Hey guys, Van here from Comix Asylum. So I just want to take a quick second and say thanks again to everybody that's helped get Atrium and Comix Asylum to where it is right now in 2023. We're really looking forward to 2024 and everything that we have coming out. So Kickstarter should be launching as well too, early 2024 for issue 2 and 3. We're going to back them together as a bundle this time coming around, just because it has some spoilers and stuff in there. So issue 1 is pretty much fully fulfilled, minus a couple of people that we're having some issues getting in contact with. So if you're one of those people, please reach out. I think I've sent emails out to everybody, so you should have everything. All the other people should be fulfilled before the end of this week coming. All right, guys? So thanks again for everything. So today I want to do something a little bit different though. I want to review a comic book. So I've just been interested in this book based on their an indie publisher as well too. So I want to kind of see what other guys are doing out there in the indie publisher scene. So today we're going to look at Alphacore #1. So this one's done by the guys over at Rippaverse with Joe Bennett and Chuck Dixon heading the team on this one, with Eric July, I guess, overseeing everything as the editor-in-chief over there. All right, so guys, I just want to take a look at this. So this one doesn't really capture that great on video because of the reflected cover. Actually, this isn't the cover I ordered. I ordered the normal cover. I like the art on this one more so than the other alternate covers, but with the gold foil, it makes for a terrible video. So first and foremost, I really enjoyed this book overall. So the only couple gripes that I could say that I have with the book overall, just as a side note, is the fact that they used I think 4 different actual inkers. Now, for me, just being a kid of the 90s and the 80s, growing up and reading comics, it was always pretty blatantly obvious to me when you saw 4 different inkers on a book. It just doesn't do the art justice sometimes, right? So you'll have one guy that really starts the book, kills it, knocks it out of the park, and then you have some guys that do pickups and stuff, and then you kind of see the art getting a little bit sloppy as you go through the book. Okay, so this is what I mean. The book starts really strong with the art, and as you go through the book, you'll see that outside of a couple things, the book is pretty consistent in regards to what he's trying to do here with the book. I don't know if I'm a fan of some of the colors used in here because everything's just one palette. There is no like gradation. Like some of the colors don't set the mood of the scene. Everything is just one tone, right? The colors don't really give you anything. Even like this scene right here. It would have been great if this was like almost like vignetted off the sides so that not all of this is so even. I find the coloring in this book is pretty even across the board. There's no mood setting. And maybe that's why I'm so used to image books as well too. And that's kind of stuff that I like to see, but like I said, this is just my personal takes. Try not to knock anything. This guy is a capable and pretty great colorist and everything, but the stuff that I'm just thinking, I think a little bit of mood coloring, I guess you could say, would have set the tone a little bit more on some of these pages as well too. So just a thought. As the story, I think the story is pretty good. The only thing that I could say that I did not care for is the fact that, I mean, being a fan of floppies, I think that's maybe my problem, is that, that's a me problem, is the fact that this book tries to wrap everything up pretty fast and pretty neatly in this one book compared to the Asylum books, which is a little bit more of a lengthy process, and yet the book was not done by the end of it, right, from issue 1 and moved on to issue 2 and stuff like that. But this one, it feels like they want to wrap everything up in a neat bow just in this one book. And I don't think it does it justice. They could have stretched out certain story points a little bit longer, and from that I think it would have probably breathed a little bit better and the story would have had a little bit more context and like a little bit of nuance more so than anything, right? That's just something I feel like that this book is kind of missing sometimes, is a little bit of nuance in some of the story points and some of the kind of like the character building and how they kind of go about telling the story. And that's the stuff that I'm not really too keen on the book so far. The fact that these guys are doing it independent and putting it on their own site, they're not putting it on Kickstarter, and they're still getting 1 million plus on every Kickstarter, that's a big accomplishment. So I can't look down on these guys in any type of form or fashion. These guys are doing big numbers, right? Some of these smaller publishers would love to do these type of numbers that these guys are trying to do. So don't get it twisted, guys. These guys are making some noise in the industry. Also, I think one of the things that I'm not a fan of, I don't like gold foil covers. Yeah, this is nice to get it, and I was kind of surprised because I ordered the normal version of this cover. But to think that this is the gold foil cover, mainly just doing this review, it just shoots really awful on camera. So that's one of my biggest gripes. Nothing against the gold foil. If you guys are collectors and you're all about the CGCs and stuff like that, get the gold foil. Seems pretty pricey for just this, Kind of reminds me of the early 90s with all the gimmicky covers and stuff like that. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But that's just, like I said, I'm an old boomer that can't contain his, so yeah, I'm just an old boomer that can't contain his opinions. And that's really it. That's why I hate gold foil covers and stuff like that. I prefer the normal cover, but next time I'll be more proficient in regards to what cover I order. So, but thanks again for all the guys over there that got this out to me in such a timely fashion. One weird thing I found with the book is the book doesn't really end. It just kind of wraps up in like this weird kind of sitcom type of tropey way at the end, where the heroes kind of walk off into the sunset and they kind of quip about after beating the bad guys, right? They preview Yara, I think is the next one, but in the Rippaverse type line of books that they're trying to do. But really, I would have liked to see like a preview or something. Just kind of say, this is the next book that's coming. This is what we're doing with the story, the characters, right? Because it doesn't really give the cohesion of a universe that much when you don't really wrap up the thing really nicely and kind of bookend it the way that you should, right? So that was a kind of a weird random thing that I saw in the book that I thought I'd just bring to point. Nothing crazy, but it was kind of like, all right, it's done. Quickly, thanks again for everything. Please like and subscribe below. Also, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about Alphacore number 1. All right, guys, so we're trying to build out the YouTube page as we're doing the publishing line. We have a lot of big things coming in 2024, so I hope to see you guys on the convention scene. But also leave a comment. Let me know what kind of indie books you'd like me to review, if anything, right? We have a couple more books that I want to look at as well too. Notable Canadian indie publishers as well too. And with that being said, if anything, guys, keep it indie.